Today we are going to be going over the files in Battalion Wars 2, and I'm going to be showing you how to open the files that you are editing in the folder right here. So starting off, we are going to go into Dolphin right here. We're going to open up your Dolphin folder. We're going to hit open, and then we're going to, I already have it navigated here, but we're going to go to our Battalion Wars 2 files that you extracted previously. We're going to go to data, we're going to go to sys, and then we're going to click on the main DOL. That will open up our game and all of our files in this folder. So that is how you open up the game in the file format. So now we've X'd out of that. Let's go into the files and I'll start explaining the file formats and stuff to you. So you may or may not have this folder. You're going to want to go into data. You're going to go into files. You're going to go into data again. We're going to go to this levels XML. And as you can see here, we have the front end XML. This is the main menu. We have the unit screens, so this is the Solar Empire units, and this is the file it is actually loading right here. This is how we change which mission loads for which button. So if we scroll down here, we can see that we have the single player missions, and if we just changed, like say we go here and copy the credits XML to this right here, it would load the credits XML over instead of the first mission, the prologue mission. We have unused files. These aren't attached to anything. We got the multiplayer missions. We got Recon Racing, which would have been nice to have attached to something. It looks like it was cut maybe a little bit later on. And then we have the template test maps. That's how we know basically about all the stuff in here. Next up, we have the videos. We go to the prologue. We can see, yeah. They're a little bit glitchy in the THP format, but it works fine. We have the strings. This is all the text in the game, basically. All the subtitles, all the the text voice with the COs, their lines at the top of the screen. That's where this is where the game gets them. Startup, you don't have to worry about this. Music, this is just the the menu music and stuff like that. I don't know why it's in a different format and outside of the audio folder. Just is. Probably not going to touch that ever. You're not going to worry about loading home button or home button 2. Not really going to worry about font. That's just the fonts for how everything looks. We're going to go into compound files. This is where all the levels for the games are. Every multiplayer level, every single player level, everything. I've taken the liberty to cut out one level from the game so I can explain every file individually without confusion. So we have the MP1, which stands for Multiplayer Mission 1. I believe that is Lightning Strike, if you want to know what mission that is. This is the .out.gz file. The GZ is just the zip. So, as you can see here, this is a GZ, this is a GZ, so it's like a zipped file for more compression's sake. The .out is the map, so it's the height map. It has texture data that shows what textures need to go on the map as well. That's the only thing it's used for. Now, right here, we have the MP1 PF2 file. So this handles out of bounds, so it defines the mission boundaries, so you can't go out of bounds. There is a way to do it in the XML, but we'll get into that a little later. That's a little bit too advanced for right now. This also defines pathfinding for infantry, vehicles, and naval units, each separately since they have different sizes and such. So like infantry can go across bridges or something like that, but a vehicle may not be able to. That kind of thing. Or forest. I believe they are separate. And we have the MP1 XML. This file is what's loaded by the levels XML I showed previously. And as you can see here, it grabs the MP1 map file, the preload file, the level res, and the level XML. And that's just how it loads up everything. We have the res file, which handles all the assets for the game, so the models, the animations, the scripts, the unit sounds for each unit, that kind of thing. We have this file will get its own video, by the way. This file is a little bit more complex than just a quick look at. We have the level XML. So I'm going to go ahead and extract this level XML so I can show you it real quick. This sets up all the position data and where all the objects in the level. So if I scroll down for a little bit here, we can have a sprite base type. That's not what I'm looking for specifically though. Well, we have weapons bases. It sets up all the physics, like how your bullet may arc or something like that, or how basically all the stuff you will be editing is usually in here. You will be adding a battle station in here, you will be adding a troop in here, all of that. So let's X that out. And now let's go to the preload. So I'm going to go ahead and extract that here. Now this sets up a whole bunch of things. This sets up universal gravity for the level. This sets up a default unit mass kind of thing. So how bouncy your units are, that kind of thing. And it also sets up balancing, so armor bonuses, that kind of thing. Level type. This actually does affect how the game interacts with the level. So if you change this to a co-op mission, it'll actually enable the co-op features when you hit the map screen. So it'll show you the allied units even if you don't have anyone connected. I've messed around with that. It will show you the units. And we will be messing with the memory values much later. I'll explain those a little bit. But all you need to know about those right now is they affect how much you can have of specific something. They're like little bins. And it defines how much you can put in that bin, kind of thing. And next up, we have the audio. So in here, we obviously have the ambient sounds, so sandstorms, blizzards, rain, that kind of stuff. We have a lot of Battalion Wars 1 files in here as well, so you'll find a whole bunch of that in here. Specifically audio. So in here, we have left and right in-game audio. That's how the game just defines it, so you need left and right music. So this is the specific music for each level. We have cutscene music. Each level has its own specific cutscene music, which is pretty impressive, given that every level has its own specific music as well. So, yeah. The front-end folder is just empty. Now we have in-game, so map screen, defeat, map title loop, victory, that kind of stuff. And, now we have voiceover, the part that everybody likes to mess with. We have mission briefs, so the narrator and stuff. We have a bunch of Battalion Wars 1 files. I believe these are Battalion Wars 1 audio files, I'm not sure. We have the Ooble Hello from the menu. We have the Legion grunt noises, Legion vet noises, all the little lines the grunts give, and then the part that everybody really cares about, the COs. So we have all of the CO lines. We even have Windsor's audio, we have Vlad, we have Colin. All of their audio files, even from cut missions, are in here. So specifically we have, if we go to Windsor, we have MP16, which is a mission that's not in the game at all. We have all those unused audio files. We also have, I believe, Akira. He has MP16, yep. He has MP16 as well. And they talk about using the Dreadnought and defending it, along with getting spy blimps into the Anglo homeland. So that was pretty cool. And I believe that's the end of our tutorial video today.